Ladies and gentlemen, youth are facing a lot of challenges in life. Some have shown signs of giving up, some have completely given up, while others are willing to fight until they make it. Today, we are hosting one of the senior youth who have for a long time been cooperating closely with others when it comes to matters concerning young people. She is actively involved in community and societal issues, and that's why we have invited her to discuss some of these issues affecting the youth. Margaret, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for honoring our request. Before I even begin with my first question, I must say you look like somebody in her 20s.
Thank
What's
you.
the secret?
The secret is live a happy life, stress-free. Do what you can do at the time that you are in. Forget the rest and leave God to control.
Great.
Yeah.
So straight to my first question about the discussion of today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the issues of concern affecting the youth is drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
It can no longer be denied that idleness is closer to negativity.
Yes.
We have countless youth in our localities who have no support to further their studies, no jobs, and no capital to start businesses to run.
Yeah.
Yet most of the time we see that the community around is not even concerned about these youth and what they are going through, despite being capable of helping them.
Yeah.
Do humanity still exist in the hearts of our people?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I like the question. Humanity is there, but of course, it starts with you as a person. When you believe in positivity, when you believe in yourself, eventually you will come out positive and make it in life. But when it comes to issues of our people, our youth of today, the society we are living in, we are facing this great problem, the biggest problem that has been bothering people for a very long time, because we have all given up. The community has given up. The parents have given up. The children themselves, the youth themselves have also given up. The reason behind this is one of the biggest reason that led to so many failures in life is because of poverty. Actually, the people who are living above the poverty line, especially for our community, I think it's only 30%. And those who are living below the poverty line are 70%. And the 30%, we cannot say they are completely out of poverty. They're still struggling. They are helping those who can, they can manage to help. Then these ones that are under the poverty line, below the poverty line, these are the people who are extremely suffering so much, they cannot even afford a meal a day. That is one of the greatest problems as a poverty. Number two, we have peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the biggest reasons why these people are now going to the habit of drinking, drug abuse, and giving up. The reason behind this is that we've come from a very different country. We are now living in these other countries. We have left as refugees in East Africa generally. Now, the biggest reason is that we have adapted to other people's culture. We have forgotten completely our culture. Then the reason, once we've left our culture and goes to other people's culture, we tend to adopt so many cultures that are not even matching our cultures. Now we get these people, we are mingling with so many people of different cultures. We get these people, we are getting now the peer pressure from youth themselves. They are mingling in a way that they cannot even make something productive. They cannot sit in a place and talk something that will benefit them tomorrow. All they talk is how they are going to plan to have party tomorrow, plan to go to a place where we'll not get something productive. That is all they can do. So peer pressure is the reason number 3 why our children are really suffering so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will lead actually to the next question, which is correlated to the statement you've just made right now. And I will ask, how should the youth rescue themselves from this situation of peer pressure and poverty, if possible?
Yeah, that's another great question. I think the society has a very, very vital role to play in the issue of rescuing this youth from the problem. One, the community, the leaders, parents, the church leaders, these people have to come together and come up with a plan, a project that will engage all the youth together. Once they are engaged together, I think that is where they will sit down and say something very much productive, talk something very much productive, and even engage themselves in activity that will benefit either the community, youth themselves, and even the parents.
Okay.
That is one of the things that they should get themselves outside that problem. Yeah.
The next question
Yeah.
is about friendship.
Yeah.
Who is a friend? Many of us sometimes fail to understand whether this can be a question at all in our lines of interaction.
Yeah.
Who is a real friend and what should real friendship look like? There are people who pretend to be friends out there, but when they hear of a job opportunity, they suggest someone else. When you are not progressing, they are true friends. When good things happen to you, they turn into enemies. When you start a business, they want to bring you down. Are these devils in friendship form, or it is still just friendship? How should real friendship be manifested?
An enemy is not someone far. He is not someone whom you think is a really enemy. An enemy is your friend, a very close friend, because that person understands your steps, that person understands you in and out, and that person, in real sense, he's not your friend or she's not your friend. She's someone who is just there. She's just a picture, or he's just a picture. He's not willing to support you to see you tomorrow in a different level of life. He's just there to make that day, to make those years, or even the time you are together, to make it look like you had a friend once in life. But in reality, a friend, a true friend, is someone who is really willing to see you during your darkest time and during your time actually when you're okay, you're doing okay. That friend should be there. You are suffering, that friend should be there. You are in need of something, that friend should be there. But once you see someone, the moment you are in the darkest moment of your life, that person drags himself or herself backward, that person is not a friend. Completely is not a friend. That person competes you in secret, but in real sense, that person has an agenda to bring you down in whichever you do. You talked of a business. You came up with a business plan. Of course, you have little money, and you talk with your friend. You disclose whatever you plan. You tell your friend, you say, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do this. This person will fight you until he or she managed to bring you down. That person is not a friend. So that's why you find it too hard for someone to actually to become someone in future, to grow in terms of business, to grow in terms of idea. Ideas are implemented by a close friend, a friend that encourages whatever you do. That is a friend. But once someone hears your ideas and never contributes in a positive way, that is not a friend. That person wants you to come down so that you can actually rank in the same level with that person, which is totally wrong. Yeah.
Okay, great. And so, to which extent, or what should we do to hypocritic friendship? Or to which extent should we tolerate these people in our interactions?
Once you realize, once God is able to give you the wisdom to determine or even to recognize the kind of a friend, just avoid mingling with that person right away. just leave that person. Because in public, that person will talk about you as a good friend. But somewhere in a very dark corner, this person will describe you in a way that you could not even believe. So once you realize this person is a negative person, stop whichever that you people put together as friends. Move your life, let him or her move her life. Yeah, otherwise you'll be brought down completely by this person and you'll never make it in life.
Okay.
Yeah, just avoid groups. Avoid bad company. A bad company will bring you down totally. So avoid that.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see sometimes you might meet a friend. Today you tell me, Margaret, you know what? Let's go out. You go out today. We go have drink, I don't know, do what. Tomorrow, because you're used to drinking, now you'll talk about Margaret. You know what? She got so drunk, she did not even know where she was. See? Now people get to know my characters, what kind of a person she is. With the time, I'll be going out with you, thinking that because I'm stressed out, I'm depressed, let me go to the gym. At least he will give me some advice. But in real sense, you're looking for your own agendas. You are not looking, you're not actually advising Margaret. You're telling Margaret to do whatever she's doing, but you know the repercussions of what she's doing. So just be careful with those people. Yeah.
It's a great advice because I'm telling you, a lot of people are suffering there out of these friendships, which are not true. And I think after hearing what you have just said, I am sure most of them will change and divert their routes. So we are going to the third question, which is surrounding youth and relationships. Because it is normal for a human being to grow and get a partner in life today or even later after in life to marry. So I really want you to kindly enlighten us on this subject. Is there a stage in life, in the life of a human being, that a man or a woman will look weird or abnormal if he or she is still single, or dating and marriage can happen at any time, even if it's late in one's life? I'm asking this because we have brothers and sisters out there who are being haunted and roasted by the society for going into relationships too early or even too late. Is there a specific age, and is there a problem?
Of course, there is.
Okay.
And this goes with every community you are coming from. Let's say, for example, we as the community from South Sudan, South Sudan is large. It has so many tribes, and each tribe has its own culture.
Very true.
Now, specifically from my culture, Margaret, there is always that state in life. You must say enough is enough. I don't want to be single again. I have to get married. Then there's also that state in life where the community itself say, oh no, this girl has to get married.
That's gone
See?
beyond.
The community itself say, no, this girl has gone beyond the line.
Expectation.
She has to get married. You have your own state, then the community has its own. That's why you can see in most cases, a mother is being told somewhere in a very dark corner, hey, this girl is not serious. She needs to get married. So, you see, your mother, if someone comes home, your mother will just say, Margaret, you know what? Jima is outside. Jima is outside. If you look at the picture, someone is trying to get a husband for her child, for her daughter. See?
Trying to remind
She
you.
want me to get at least interact with other men outside there so that I can get married. Because they see, I'm too blind to see men outside.
Okay.
Then I have to be driven from the house, staying in the house, not mingling with men. Then people say, okay, she has to be told off. She has to get a man by all means.
Pressure.
So this depends on the community you are coming from. This is from my community now. Now, when we talk of generally now, the state in life, there is a state. Eventually one day in life, at some point, you must get married. Whether you like it or not, unless you are naturally a bachelor or you just want to decide otherwise.
Actually.
But there is that time in life. So when we talk generally about the relationship, So many people have struggled with it. So many people, they have struggled with relationship. The reason why people are struggling, especially nowadays, the 21st centuries that we are living in, people are struggling because the reason number one, we have poverty. You want to get married, yes. You love someone, yes. But will you be able to keep that lady? Of course. I look good. I need to be taken care of. I need to be taken care of. You sit down and think, okay, I don't have a job. Between me and poverty, there is only 10,000 shillings. And this money is for rent. My wife demands to go for salon. My wife demands to have her nail fixed. My wife demands to do this and that. Now, makeups and all these things. What will I do? So sometimes it is a situation that forces someone not to get engaged. Poverty is the reason number one.
Okay.
Number two is mistrust. There is insecurity between the two partners. You get engaged to me. You love me, you admit to me, you love me, yes. But you know, you don't have money. That's why I say poverty is the mother of all these problems. You don't have money. If I go outside, at least to try to hustle, you are insecure. You think, oh, you know what? Maybe John, because he has money, he'll go with Margaret. You become too insecure. If I delay somewhere, maybe at workplace, you know, it just become a problem.
Yes, you feel insecure.
Why did my fiance delay so much? Maybe she is with someone. See? So this is one of the things that you get people say, okay, if this is what happens, why should I go to another lady and yet the first one defeated me? Maybe the same characters will repeat itself. See?
Yes.
So you get people like, okay, let me just say, the same thing applies to a woman. You get married or you get engaged to a certain guy. You love the guy so dearly. But at the end of the day, this person loves another woman. He cheats on you. Then you feel like, okay, why should I continue getting? I got hurt the first time. This person cheated on me. How do I look? Is it that I'm ugly? Is it that I've not gone to school? Is it that I... So you tend to ask yourself so many questions.
Yeah.
Then you say, okay, if that is the case, then I should not engage. I should not get involved in any relationship again. Just tend to say, okay, let me just stay.
Okay.
You will leave it at that point. So there's always a state in life. That's why you get so many people, they're frustrated, and frustration now caused depression. And this depression now take people to another level of life. You can even become mad just because of what you're going through as a person in life. You get a relationship is a problem. Getting a job is a problem. The economic itself is a problem. Now, where do I go? Where do I belong? You now tend to say, okay, let it be. So because of the society, because of your parents, at some times, somewhere down the line, you'll have to get a partner. And that partner will not be your choice. It will be the choice of your parents.
Out of pressure.
Out of pressure. So you get that person out of pressure. Someone, 4 kids, 5 kids. Then eventually that person will die out of stress. You imagine like my age mates got married to their partners. Why did I have to listen to these people so that I get married at their will? At the will of their pressure. See? It is good to invest in someone. Trust someone. If you trust that person that you have today completely, you'll grow together. You'll get to understand that person deeply. That person also get to understand you deeply. You grow together and lead a very, very beautiful family.
Wow.
Very beautiful family. But the moment too someone is brought to your life, you didn't understand that person, the background of that person, even the family, you don't understand. It becomes another issue. So you'll just be there, just to have a family like any other person. But you are not there because you love someone, see?
Yeah.
So that is the worst part of it. That's the worst part. But what I understand is that it is good to listen to parents.
Yeah.
But it is also good, it is equally good for you to listen to your heart. Whether you get someone so ugly, but as long as that person inside is too good for you, go ahead with that person. Go ahead with that person. That person is your queen. That person is my king. I'm happy with that person. I'll not live with my parents. Remember, the two people brought from different families, we have different backgrounds. From your family, you have your backgrounds, you have your family norms, I have my family norms. So these norms should be brought together. We take the ones that we think should make our family strong, should make our relationship strong. It is what we select from this other family and this other family. But the moment you use what is brought by other people, you let other people to control your relationship, you are done. Someone calls you, Tima, you know what? I saw your wife today. She was taken for lunch by someone with a Range Rover. Your heart start now beating. Say what? She was out with someone. When your wife comes up, maybe home today in the evening, you ask her, where were you? You're supposed to ask your wife, sweetheart, you are back from work. But now here you are. Gloomy man. Where are you? You are with who? See? Those are the things. Leave those things. We are living in a world that people need to get exposed. Exposed. Just get exposure from other people. Mingle up with people so that you can get the real meaning of life. Don't be locked up in the house. Say, oh, you choose a dress that I should dress. Choose a dress in the bedroom, not outside. If I dress, I go out, my friend, let me look good. Yeah, let me look good. But in the bedroom, tell me, sweetheart, I want you to put on this. That is you. But it is not bad for a man to choose whatever a woman should put on. Because we are two.
It is love.
Yeah, it is love.
Actually.
It is not bad. But sometimes it becomes too weird and it becomes too much. You stress me. I bought my very smart dress. You told me, you know what? I want you to put on a very long skirt. How does that concern you? I'm your wife, of course. Don't bother me. Let's go. But
be free.
yeah, but the freedom is so high. It's so good in marriage, in relationship. It is good to be free. It is good to be open. It is good to trust one another. It is good to build a relationship that we know where it goes.
Actually.
Right?
Yeah. So I think that topic actually is one of my favorites so far. And I like the way you have explained,
Thank you.
discussed about it.
Yeah.
So maybe also one of the questions which is correlated to
Yes.
that one is,
Yes.
many young people these days are delaying themselves from getting into serious relationships
Yeah.
that may even get them into marriages due to too high expectations or
Yes.
demands
Yes.
from either side.
Yeah.
When I was still an innocent boy growing up,
Yeah.
I knew that relationship was rooted in the pillars of love. Should getting into a relationship be dictated by and based on material demands, or relationships are just highly overrated these days?
No. No.
Should it
The
be based on
moment
material?
we say we are talking about materials,
Mhm.
that is the beginning of collapsed marriage.
Collapsed marriage.
Collapsed marriage
And
and relationship.
Mhm.
When we loved one another, it was not about material things. Whatever I saw you with from your father, mother, or from your family, that was for them.
Yeah.
What we need to do, let us focus on how we can get what belongs to us. As long as I took you the way you are, that is my man, and that is my husband to be.
Wow.
There is nothing beyond that. But
Short and
also,
brief.
there's a pressure coming from us ladies.
Okay.
I know very well that my boyfriend, my fiance, is not earning a lot. He's a hustler, right? But I have too much demand. I live a life of another lady. I want to be taken to a very expensive salon. Where do I expect that money to come from? And of course, I understand my husband. He has put everything clear to me. I understand the pocket of my man. So it is equally wrong for a woman to be too demanding when she understands her man. It is very wrong. So we cannot base a relationship on material things. Very wrong. Very wrong. We will grow as time goes by. We will grow. That's why you see people say, wow, these people have come a very long way. They deserve blessing. It is because people have understood. People have seen them suffering. People have seen them struggling together. So don't just say life is all unless you get engaged by a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy. That is where you can get those things. But otherwise, start a house, even back home. You just start a very small hut. You put one pot, the one of cooking and the one of white stuff.
Okay.
And that is it. With the time, you will get those things slowly by slowly. So it is much different from the life that we led in the past and the life that we are living today.
Yeah.
It is different because of this money thing getting involved.
Yes.
But still, you need to put it in your mind and know it deeply. If I manage to buy a cup today, or even a chair, this one, I will sit on the floor while my husband will sit on this chair, right?
Yeah.
With the time, my husband will go hustle outside there, come with another seat. Just like that, like that, like that. We grow as we understand one another. Whatever that we get together, we will put it, we will invest it, and tomorrow we enjoy. But otherwise, we should not live a very demanding life. We should not live a life of a neighbor, a life of a friend. Live your life with your partner. The way you spend the same bed, understand to spend the same spirit. Whether you sleep on the floor, meet your friends outside. Let them talk about their beds. You talk about the love that you are given. That is the most powerful thing. If someone recognizes you, if someone loves you, if someone talks good about you, that person is your love. That person is your partner for life. That person knows and understands your value. But someone who thinks of material things, that person will be taken anytime from you because she or he is just there because of material things. And it is so easy to listen to other people than listening to whatever you're telling him or her. So otherwise, we should not rely on material things.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this next question, I really want you to open your heart.
Yeah.
From a woman's perspective,
Yeah.
do wealth matter in a relationship? Is it one of the qualifications for men? And kindly, beginning with your answer.
Of course, it is. We must dream. We must dream to have a future tomorrow. And if our dream comes true, two people have to sit together. You cannot dream and I don't dream. Obviously, I'll drag you down. If we dream together, we move ahead. Right?
Okay.
We move ahead. But I'm talking of dream. I'm not saying it should not be there. It should be there. We must dream.
Yeah.
But as we start, love should be considered number one. If there is love, there is life. If there is no love, then there is no life. You can't expect. So wealth is considered, very much considered. It is considered because when we dream together and we put something together that we believe will take us somewhere tomorrow. Of course, in this relationship, tomorrow we will have family. We will have children. And a family involves children and the other family members.
Yeah.
So when we have children, we need our children to get the best education. Wealth must be there. We need to have the best life. Wealth must be there. So wealth is a key thing. Do not tell me, because you love me, we should not dream.
There is
We
no
must dream.
No shortcut.
No shortcut. We should dream.
Very true.
That's a must.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, as we are wrapping up
Yeah.
this discussion today,
Mm.
I want you to tell us who a good partner is. Who is a good partner, or who is a good partner in a relationship? How do they look like, and how do they behave?
A good partner is someone who values you, someone who loves you, someone who understands you, and someone who has a listening ear towards what you two put together. That is a good partner. And for a look, everybody of course look innocent. I might look pretty innocent and all that, but you don't know my heart. Judge your partner by the actions. Is she someone who listens to you? Is she someone who supports whatever you do? If she's supportive to you, that is your partner. That's the right partner. If she listens to you, that is the right partner. If she moves with you the same direction, that is the right partner. Do not look at the picture.
Okay.
A picture sometimes might cheat you, not the height. Don't see Margaret is too short. I was told by my grandfather, when you get a short woman, that is the right person. That one is a great lie.
Uh-huh.
Get a person who is easy to understand, someone who is easy to love, easy to understand, and easy to recognize who you are. And that is it. Sometimes in a relationship, I look at people when they say, I need a wife, I need a friend or a partner to respect me. If you deserve respect, do you understand the meaning of respect? Let it be two-way traffic. You respect me, I respect you. Remember, I also come from my parents' house. That is enough respect. Because I left my parents to stay with you, to follow you. That is enough respect. Otherwise, I would have said, now we want to have a center somewhere where we will live. But because I listened to your orders, you commanded me through your love, I come to your house. That is enough respect. But if you respect me, whichever little I do, you say, okay, my wife have done a very good thing. My partner have today impressed me by doing this great thing. If you congratulate me, if you appreciate me, of course, I will also do the same. But do not expect that from a woman just because you are taken for granted. We will never be intimidated anymore. We just want to be appreciated. We want to be respected. We want to be loved. We want those good things. Let them come to us. But the moment you go back to your parents, you listen to them. Tell your Jima, you know what? Hey, this wife of yours, we don't like them. Am I a community wife? Am I a family wife? I'm your wife. Talk, defend me where necessary. Yeah, you talk, defend me where necessary. Then if I should not be harassed because I'm a queen. Yes, unless I was an option from her people, or I mean his people. But if I was indeed his option, he should stand. If there's anything I did wrong, let him come in private, tell me, sweetheart, you know what? You did a very bad mistake. I'll listen to that because that person have really shown me a respect. But in front of people, you quarrel to me, you do what? Sometimes you see people, you say, okay. You boycott your wife. You keep quiet, quarreling, share the problems you have with your people. You know, the moment you share the weakness of your partner with your people, that is the end of you. That is the end of you. You know, you will forgive your partner. But those other people will not forgive your partner. They will understand him the way you described to them in the first place. I take my problem to my parents. I tell them, you know, my husband mistreat me. My husband does this and that. My husband do this and that. In the end, these people will disrespect my husband indirectly. My kids one day will listen to that. They will get an information about that. Problem will start. But the moment we say, okay, if there's a problem, let us sit down and solve the problem. I should not take the problem to either my parents or your parents. That is when you show immaturity. That is the reason why we say a man should be someone mature enough to be able to handle the problems in the family. Because we women sometimes we burst. We just say, you know what, you do me this, you cheat on me, you do the. But if you got a very controlling man, he will tell me, my dear, I'll talk to you in a very soft way. He'll come to me, hey, Margaret, you know what? I did this and this and this because of this. Please calm down. I want to talk to you in a very soft way. Craziness will just cool right away. But someone hears something, you have not even said anything negative about him. That person just come, hey, you talked about me. You talk, you know what? You talk. What do you expect? I'll also talk, of course. I'll also talk. So that is the beginning of a failed relationship. It will go a negative direction. At the moment we make respect a priority, we move ahead. We move ahead.
Very powerful statement.
Yeah.
Very powerful statement.
Yeah.
So in our last question, in this choice, we are, as I'm trying to digest all you have said, because it's really very powerful statements you have made.
Thank you.
From the ancient ages, we have known a man to be the sole breadwinner of the family. For ladies who are aspiring to get into relationships, will you tell them that a man is still the sole breadwinner, or things have greatly changed over time?
We lived in analog, right? Now we are in digital. Economy, we have economical crisis all over the world. Those days, our great grandparents, they used to go to the garden. They have their cows, they have their what, their just life generally.
Yeah.
But today, the life we are living today, it involves a lot. It involves education, hospital, life itself, a lot of things. In those other years, a woman will just go to salon. You'll get equally, women are just like men. All of us, we
Sure.
shaved our hairs, right? If there is one lucky woman, just play the normal one.
Yeah.
Unlike today, if you go today,
Yeah.
you meet a very beautiful woman. She must have spent more than 3,000 shillings in a salon.
Really?
Tell me, will I be sitting comfortably in my house the whole day, waiting my husband to come with matchbox, to come with sukuma wiki for 20 shillings, to come with salt, at the same time pay school fees, pay rent, pay water bills, and all these other bills? It will not be possible. So, I just want to tell any other woman outside there, get up and support your man. Get up and support your man financially. Go hustle. Let your man hustle. There is no more breadwinner in the family. All of us should fight to make the two ends meet. Otherwise, we will collapse and we'll start blaming one another, and depression now becomes our only problem. Going to the hospital from time to time, blood pressure, I don't know what. All these problems comes as a result of poverty, right? So nobody should sit. Nobody, a relationship of nowadays should never be a parasitotic. We call it, nobody should be a parasite.
Okay.
You should not marry a liability. Marry someone who focus, someone who sees ahead, someone who say, okay, sweetheart, this is what I've got today. I'll be paying bills today. I'll be paid how rent. And that's how it should work. But once you marry a liability, of course, this sweetheart of yours, you'll get to see another sweetheart outside. Then you'll end up blaming, oh my husband. Your husband, of course, you have been sitting in the house the whole day. But the moment you've given him a nightmare, he goes out, you go out. He calls you, darling, where are you? Sweetheart, I'm here. I was just here somewhere. Where are you? I was just here at the job. That is it. He'll even be so much happy to pick you up, take you for lunch. But you're just a liability, sitting in the house the whole day. What do you think? Someone will get someone who sees ahead, who sees the future beyond tomorrow. You're only seeing what you will be, what you will eat in the evening. Tell, darling, what should I cook? Buy. What do you want to cook? You buy. You buy whatever you want to buy. Don't tell me, should I cook sukuma wiki or managu? Where's the money? Don't budget for someone's pocket. Budget for what you have. Surprise your husband. This is what I'm telling ladies. Surprise your husband. When he comes up in the evening, you put something good, something delicious. Kini I'm dealing with a smart lady. But the moment he comes home, he knows today we will eat sukuma wiki. Today we had some beans in the fridge. We will eat that. Trust me. He'll even opt to eat outside the house and just come and direct to the bed. You'll just be a factory, manufacture children, and that is it. But otherwise, if someone knows your value, he'll come up today in the evening and say, hi baby, what did you cook today? Surprise, samaki, surprise, chicken, surprise, every time surprise. That man will never go away. Do not even go for, I want to get maybe love potion. Love potion should be you. Be a love potion. Hug your husband. Let him come back in the evening. Darling, come on. Welcome. Hug him. Give him hot water.
Have the goodies.
As long as he's also a lover boy. But if he is another deadlock, that's a problem. But some of us, seriously, we are facing a problem. You have all it takes to be a woman. You have all it takes to love a person. But that person is missing in action. Your energy is just at waste. You cook today, your kids eat. You call him, he's at work. You call him, he's not speaking. Now, gradually, you become demoralized. See? So I advised every single lady, fight for your man so that you can be together. Stay together, get to understand one another in a very positive way. You understand your man, he comes back from work in the evening, say, hey darling, come on, welcome. Talk to that person, put some sense. Let him see, today the world is going at fast. There's a lot taking place in this world today. Business is taking over. Be smart, be creative, put up a small business. Go, mingle with customers. You come up in the evening, you come home, you get something. If your husband drinks, support his drinking habit. So that instead of going outside, he'll not drink from the house. Buy, put it in the fridge. When he comes, let him eat. Let him, darling, come on, take a glass. He'll hug you. Because he knows my wife recognizes my lifestyle. But the moment you say, I want to be a saint, because Margaret, I'm not drinking, I should also marry a pastor. Those are the worst people. If your husband drinks, lady outside there, your husband drinks, put it in the house. Support that person. Love that person. He will come back to you. You will now become the love portion. He will love you forever. Wow. But I also advise our young men, also be lovable, be easy to love. Don't come up home, you come up in the evening, you come home in the evening, gloomy, you had a fight at work, maybe you had a problem at work, you now carry the entire problem to your house. That is a very great mistake you've ever done. Come home fresh. A home should be a very peaceful place. A center for you to be at peace.
Yeah.
You are received by your wife, you are received by your children, you feel good. If there's any problem, just tell your wife later on. Take time to tell her, darling, you know what? I had this problem at work. She'll tell you, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm here for you. Now I'm the solution. I'm here. The guy will just feel okay, comfortable. Tomorrow he gets a new energy to go to work. That is only when a man becomes positive, when a man becomes open and value the love of his wife.
Okay.
But otherwise, some people are too hard to love, especially where I know they're too hard to love.
So we've come to the last chapter of this discussion today, and I can really admit that I have enjoyed every bit of your explanation about every question I have asked.
Thank you.
And maybe before I let you go, what advice do you have for youth outside there, maybe before we conclude?
Thank you. My advice to those who will see this video, I kindly ask all of you to subscribe, go through it. You might get something that will change you tomorrow, but my message is this: be productive. Do not live a life of another person. Live your life. And if you see the life that you are living today is giving you pressure, leave it. Drug abuse will not take you anywhere. Drinking habit will not take you anywhere. Do something that you know will help you tomorrow. As a youth, stick to a relationship that you know it is healthy for you. It will go somewhere to the next level. Do not follow what other people say about you. Do not be dragged behind by what people speak about you. Just focus on your future. Make use of it. Do not look at the background where you grew up from. You might be that person who will break the chain of poverty in your family. So come out of that place, the poor place that you usually go. Get somewhere. Go even to the marketplace. Start being employed there. Get 50 shillings, 100 shillings. Save those money, will help you. Go to those hotels. Go anywhere, look for a job. Do not sit down. And if you are married, do not be a liability to your husband. Do not be stressed to your husband. Be strength to that person. Let him understand your weaknesses and let him understand your strength. The same thing to a man. Understand your woman. The weaknesses and the strength. Build together. We are here to build one another. Build one another and be positive in life. Otherwise, I'm so grateful to be here today. I appreciate all the youth. To my brother Jima, thank you so much. The cameraman, John Mario, thank you so much for inviting me here. I feel grateful. I love you all outside there. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to this show.
Thank you.
We are looking forward to have you next time.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our show, and of the advices we have been given, I have nothing else to add, and thanks go out to Margaret, who have given it all the way it should be. Until next time, bye for now.